Too many buttons, man. Too many buttons. Crypto crashing around us. I'm clicking the wrong buttons. What is going on? Alex Jones was right. Of course you can get rich.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government. Weapons of Class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the purge. All other weapons are restricted. Government officials of ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the purge and shall not be harmed. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. when the purge concludes. Blessed be our new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn. May God be with you all.
I love that. All right, so technically we're still in the box. We're still in the box, technically. So there's a crypto purge underway. And we're still in the box. So we got a little room here. If that level there breaks on Bitcoin, next level's pretty low, guys. I don't know if you're going to handle it. It's pretty low, man. Let's check what that next level would be. Let's back that up a minute. Oh, we're going 30,000. That means I get a bunch of fucking DMs. Should they sell their crypto now? Yeah, it's going... Next level down would be another $11,000 down. Puts it at 30,000. Then they say, man, I'm a back truck off it goes there. But what if that doesn't hold, the next level is 12,000? You're going to have mass suicides then. It's going to be a lot of mass suicides if Bitcoin goes to 10,000, 12,000. Might go to zero. What do you think about that? I doubt it, but be hard to believe it goes to 30, but it very well could, right? Very well could. It's a lot on Suicide Watch. Yeah, I mean, that's the weekly chart. You know, do we get there? It seems a little hard to believe. Other than that, it's free fall to 11, 12,000. I mean, that's the nearest resistance level, you know, is in that 12,000 range. That seems a little hard to believe. That takes Ethereum back to pretty low levels. I don't see that happening, but you never know. I mean, we're at 34 RSI, could pull back a little bit more. Yeah, man. I don't know. We're still okay. We'll see. Yeah, we'll have to do a crypto suicide hotline. Oh, man. That's why we gotta... Ethereum will go to the 1700s, the professor says. Let's check out Ethereum. Let's see. Oof. 6% down. This one's down with a little bit of momentum. Definitely going to 2,800. Let's back it up to the weekly. Yeah, I see where you're getting that 17. That 17 is on the weekly there. And if that don't hold, you're looking at 500. That seems hard to believe. Well, maybe 1,500. There's a little bit. Whew! Hit the like button. Appreciate you. Yes. All right. So I'm staying with the same strategy that I've been doing. I've been in this sell-off here. Each sell-off, I like to build something different. I do the same in stocks. If you notice, if I get a pullback, I'm not necessarily adding to all my stocks. I'm targeting different stocks. So this week, stocks that I'm looking at is CLSK, which will get smashed at the open on Monday because of crypto, if it's still down, or on Tuesday, excuse me. That throws a monkey wrench in that. Bitcoin miners, Coinbase. That was on my list. PSFE's on my list. HBI, I'm trying to get to 1,000 shares. Still trying to do that. Buy a badge if you want to get rich. But as far as crypto, I've really been building this position in DOT. It's coming back down. So this 2350, 24 range holds. I'll buy some more DOT coins. Oh, we don't even need Crocs, the stock. These are coming down, man. Let's see. He's talking about Crocs, the stock. Stage 1 looks good. These are common. You get the breakout, pulls back, and just takes a minute to get around. You got a box being built here. Previous resistance. I like it. A lot of these retailers like this look pretty bad, but if you put that on there, I mean, that's an area there, and it's an area over here. So that probably holds. I don't know what Tip Ranks has on Johnson's. It don't matter. CRO is going down. All those are going to go down. Square. Is Shiba no good? No, Shiba's good. Shiba cat food's good. Shiba dogs are good. Shiba the coin, I don't know, could be good. Someone on Instagram says that Crocs are ugly shoes, sir, on YouTube. Who asked, Lucas asked about Crocs. I say it's a stage 1. People on Instagram say they're ugly shoes. So are you buying stock in are you buying stocks in a company that makes ugly shoes? Let's see what, I mean, I put out, God damn it. I put out that I like Hanes brands. It's a pretty solid company, nice dividend. And the guy told me that nobody wears Hanes brands. Nobody. There's not a person on earth that buys those. And then I was like, wow, that's really weird because they do like $2.8 billion a year in revenue. So apparently your version of nobody and mine are different. Crocs, they have, wow, 209, which is 70%. That seems a little high, but a lot of analysts have 246, 300. This is all over the place. 180, 157, 250. God damn. He said Crocs are comfortable, though. Someone says that Crocs are practical and comfy. All right, dude. That sounds like a statement a girl would say. They are practical and comfy. So I'm not reading that other comment. Something's wrong with you guys, man. You guys are giving me a bad name. So, yeah, there's the money flow. You can see it on Crocs. I mean, this looks like a good setup. It's 70% upside, but, you know, it is a growth play, I guess. You got the pattern appearing. You're not getting me to repeat that one, sir. Stage 1. I like it. Crocs. Give that man a sticker. I like that one. That's a good one. First stock we picked. Good setup. Like it. Even if it goes lower, I like it from here. This is a position trade. Let's say you position trade it to 180. You're still way below what the analysts think it's worth, right? Not way, but below. So I like it. If you like investing in companies that make ugly shoes, this is your play. All right, who's got? Okay, Crocs. Not a bad pick. Not mine, but not bad. He said, who's smashing who? Some Crocs. All right, let's look at Chrome. Everybody says Chris Johnson likes it. Who's Chris? Who's that? Talking about the social influencer. Yeah, that coin's going down. I do like it though. They're spending a bunch of money on promotions. You might be able to pick it up down here at $20 real soon. And some Crocs had changed the world's comment got reported. Let's see. Auto Nation. That's not a ticker symbol, sir. Let's see. If he was a nurse, he wouldn't be calling them ugly. Exactly. They're very comfy. How many times? Let's see. Yeah, Starbucks is one that I'm liking if we're back to stocks. You just got into crypto. That's good. You need it to sell off, bro. You need a big smash. SBUX. The down move is your trend. Is your friend. Remember, the trend is your friend. See the big sell-off. So I like Starbucks. I like it a lot more now that the RSI went extreme. So now what are we waiting for? We're waiting for a little sideways motion. A little belly dancing. So it's kind of what we're looking for. Down, right? RSI goes extreme, and now we're keep an eye on this MACD. As soon as that starts to turn, we jump on it. And we don't know if that's the bottom, but if this your buy and hold, that's kind of how I'm doing it. Like I'm just waiting on my buy and hold. I'm just waiting for this. If I was swing trading, I'd let that develop a little bit. I really want to be sure that the bottom is in. And you just can't do it in 1 or 2, 3 days. You need a solid 4 days. Been using my male stripper side money to help buy APTO whites in a stage 1. You're going to need to dance a lot, bro. GP, man, how you doing? Have you... I have no idea what you're talking about, sir. Oh, you're saying you've seen me more than your girlfriend. I got you. I thought that was some homoerotic stuff, man. I was trying to make sure. Didn't want to give you the wrong idea, man. I hate letting guys down gentle. Do we need to check Bitcoin, bro? It's in a box. We just checked Bitcoin. Yeah, all these. Charlie said it took him a minute too. I had to reread it a few times to make sure I was saying it. Sometimes I pick on somebody and I just misread their comment. If that happens, don't get upset at me. I'm old, and sometimes I don't have my glasses and I can't see from a distance. And I never know whose comment it is, so I don't hold it against you. Like sometimes I have people apologize to me. I'm like, what are you apologizing for? I'm like, I don't even remember, man. I've done it to friends so much, my friends stopped following me because my friends would ask dumb questions and I'd smash them. They're like, well, you're being so mean. I'm like, what are you talking about? Well, I was on your live and I asked them, like, well, you shouldn't ask a dumb question. I don't know who it is. You might be my mom. If it's a dumb question, I'm going to let you know. And there's always that guy, well, there's no such thing as, yes, there is. Shut up. Of course there's a dumb question. There's a lot of dumb questions in the world. Oh, Dash. Now, Dash is one that I've been building. This one's on the to-do list. We're putting in a box here. Now, this is a position trade for me, meaning I really think Dash is worth a lot more. I mean, I might trim a little here and then up in here. Other than that, I'm going to stay with this stock. Like, if it goes lower, good. They have 20 million customers. We could only be so blessed that we get this to come down. So let's see. Let's see. You've been trying to reach me about auto insurance? Are you out of your mind? Get the fuck out of here. Nice. I would buy tomorrow. I'm assuming you meant an auto insurance stock, not trying to sell me auto insurance. I like Dash here, man. I think we need to spend some time with this. This box is being built. Yeah, I hope you really weren't trying to sell me auto insurance. That conversation is not going to go well for you if you are. We'll see if this holds. What would be a really exciting if it comes down into here and then comes right back up into here. That would be ideal. What was the ticket GP showed prior to Dash? I assume you meant ticker, young lady. Starbucks, SBUX. But it's too soon just yet. So Starbucks is about to break the 100. I'd be surprised if it did, but it could. SBUX. Once they break 100, they tend to stay up there. They think it's worth 124. That's 24% upside. That's a quality company. I've loved Starbucks since it was $50. So what do I think of Beyond Meat? Do you have a favorite sector of stocks? Yes, I do. And it's not mushroom lace stock. It's nothing to do with tripping on psychedelics. Nothing to do with weed. Nothing to do with NFTs. None of that. Manna or sand. They're not even manna. What are your thoughts on... Let's see. But favorite sector is oil. My man got it right. I love oil stocks. I love oil, the commodity. It's the easiest to trade, and you use it every day. There's so many good oil stocks in the world, and it pollutes the planet, and you got to love that. A lot of people think Mother Nature loves you. No, she does not. Mother Nature is a killer from the beginning. The planet hates you. No matter how much you love it, it hates you. Just so you know. There's a lot of people confused about that. They think the planet loves them. They actually refer to it as their mother, which is strange because she will beat the hell out of you. So that's an odd reference. I guess whoever thought of that had a very unusual relationship with their mother. Their mother would just come in their room and burn down the house. Maybe sometimes mom would just come in and throw fucking water everywhere. Knock over your stuff, throw it out the window. Or maybe just split the house right down the middle. You know? It's a weird reference, I always thought. What do you think of AOS? I like AOS. We were talking about this. No, that wasn't what I was thinking of. Did you say AOS? Steve said, my mom beat my ass. Captain Planet. Fang is doing well. Yes, ma'am. I love oil stocks, man. When they go cheap, it's just a matter of time. I don't know about AOS. It's not really cheap here. What do we say it's worth, man? That chart's not getting me excited. No, man. This is fair value, man. Get out of here with that shit, man. You take a sticker from that guy. Who said that? Who said AOS? Raise your hand. Who was that? This guy needs to walk the gauntlet. Whoever said AOS, you should be ashamed of yourself. Here we go. We're not doing, there's a couple stocks off limits. We're not doing Apple. We're not doing Tesla. Let's see, any particular oil stock or ETF? I like Gush. I like a lot of them. No, we're not doing Engine. What else we got? Square. Let's get it out of the way. Square's straight fucking down. And it's just probably going to keep going that way. Straight down. I would not be adding here. I would have added in here, but now that it's broken this, I would just let this thing drift lower. It's too soon on Square. We've tried to do it here. This was a bona fide stage 1. It didn't work. It's trying to do another one. If we can get back up into this box, I maybe would buy some here, but other than that, yeah, of course there's leveraged oil ETFs. Man, Gush, ERX, just to name a few. Which sectors are currently moving? They're all moving, sir. They're all moving. We could check to see. Let's form a trade here. Let's pretend like you don't know anything about stocks for just a second. Let me help you out. Here's one way you can find them. It's not a complicated way, and there's other ways. Come over here where it says spiders and click it. I know you have this set up already. This is the Spider Select ETFs inside of. So I click it. I got like 20 of these, okay? Now these are just spiders. There's other ETFs. Spider is a particular company. This is the XHB. Home Builders ETF. Now, not there yet. Not cheap, not on sale. Let's go down. This is the XLB. That's the Material Select. That's going to have like DuPont, 3M, things like that. It's not there yet. That's not very exciting to me. What do we want to see? What I'm looking for is a big sell-off and then starts to go sideways. So I can ride the upswing. Sell-off, kind of sideways, started to go. Now it's starting to sell off, but we need it to come down. So nothing here for me as a swing trader. What about this? XLC, Communications. So we could go look and see what stocks make up this ETF. And then inside of those stocks, we could look at the top 10 and try to find a candidate. But this is below the 200. It looks better than the other one. There's some obvious targets to the upside. That's the XLC. Not a big fan of that one. XLE. What is this? Energy. Way overpriced. You should be taking profits. You should be taking profits. You do not buy these. Only people buying oil stocks right now are complete dipshits. Anyone that's bought oil in the last week is a complete dumbass. They do not know what they're doing. They are committing massive penalties, and they should be taken out of the stock market for not. It's just ridiculous. And if that's you, and it hurt your feelings, it was intended to, because I'm trying to help you stop doing dumb things. So if whenever that goes green, you're not a buyer, you're a seller. Okay? Or you're taking profits. It doesn't mean short it. Sometimes I get guys that think that means short it. Doesn't mean that either. Doesn't mean that either. It just means that it's too high to be buying. Okay? And as we come down, now, we got to come down. XLF, financials. We should have been buying those over here. and then on the breakout. Now we're going up. It's too late. That one's already being played. I'd still be long. It hasn't hit it, but it did hit previous high. So probably have taken a little bit off on that. No, it's not time to sell Gush. It is time to maybe take profits in Gush, though, for sure. We don't want to get out, though. Nothing here. That's XLI. Nothing. See how? So we can narrow down a sector. XLK. Nah, that looks just like the QQQ chart. That's technology. What about XLP? Nah, still above the 20. Yeah, nothing here. This is not on sale. What are we looking for? We want to see these moves to the downside to get us going, and then we want to catch the move back above the 5-day moving average, right? So we're looking for setups like this, where it moves down and then stops and then starts to go sideways. And we got to ask ourselves, are we seeing that now? Not really. It needs to sell off. It needs to come down into like the 73 range. XLE. Look at that. Look where it's stopping, right where it stopped before. Crazy, right? This is now worth paying attention to. We got some upside. This is XLE. Gonna be housing stocks, building stocks, home builders, things like that. It's a real estate sector. It's not home builders. That's XBI, but this is the real estate sector. Yeah, I don't know. Not deep enough. RSI is not that bad, but it's worth keeping an eye on. Utilities. Nothing there. See what I'm saying? There's just nothing, man. Like, there's not much to choose from right now that's on sale except the growth stocks. Now we're getting somewhere. I don't know. We'll see if this holds up. This is XLV, healthcare sector. It's been pretty hot. Pfizer, is in there. A few others. Someone told you about AOS. What was wrong with it? It's true value. The value of the company AOS is $83. Most of the analysts that cover it have a hold rating on it. The reason they have a hold rating on it is its true value. So if you had a car that was worth $10,000, it's worth $10,000. So if you go buy this stock, you're just buying a stock that's fair value. Why would I want to do that? I want to buy a stock on sale. So this stock has 3% upside. Like, they think this is the fair value of the company. If we look at a stock like Crocs, like my man was showing Crocs, what do they think it's worth? $209. They think it has 70% upside. So what, like Hanes Brands is one that I've been buying of, oh wait, that's not right. HBI. So we think it's got 40% upside. So it's trading undervalued. Now, if your goal's not to buy undervalued stocks, then I guess it's fine. So if your goal is to buy fairly valued stock, then it's a pretty good stock to own. XLY, not much going on there. Consumer discretionaries. I don't know. Maybe we'll see if this holds. This is how you go about looking for sectors. There's oil. You see it running up, right? It's getting overexposed. So if you have oil stocks, when you're looking at this, you got to think, okay, I could take some profits from these oil stocks, just a little bit. We want to let it keep running, and we could take that money and we could allocate it to the sectors that look more like this, right? That are selling off. Economy is about to dump, says Jay. And Jay is smart. Jay knows these things. A lot of people try to pretend like they know the market, but Jay is actually a psychic. He actually knows. He was born with that from birth, being raised as a gypsy. He learned the ways of reading and fortune telling and knowing the future. And he knows that even though they printed all of this money, and even though the world is flush with money, And every time I go to buy a house, people are paying fucking cash, and there's lines of people to buy them. At any moment, the economy could completely collapse. And nobody could, and that's it. It's over. Right there. And Jay told you here on my live. And about 10,000 other people on YouTube. Robert Kiyosaki, Peter Schiff, echo that shit. My entire adult life, I've heard somebody telling me the economy is going to collapse, Gerald. Housing prices are all going to collapse. There's going to be a great recession that you'll never recover from. And I was like, really? Okay. Well, I think I'm just going to keep buying houses and keep buying stocks, if that's okay with you. Yes, but their great collapse is coming. The dollar will collapse, and we'll all go to gold, and we'll have guns, and we'll trade bourbon, and we'll be like in the movie Mad Max. Okay, I'm just going to keep buying stocks, if you don't mind. So, what do you bet that doesn't happen? Let's see. Now, it could. But in my experience, you never make money thinking like that. Now, you're probably like 30. You went to college, super smart. And then you read one day, they sold more adult diapers than they did kid diapers. The economy's lopsided. What happens when all those baby boomers pull their money out of the stock market and they spend it all on diapers? And I say, well, that's why we own stock in Walmart and Procter & Gamble and Hanes Brands and McDonald's. Because when the economy collapses, we're still going to McDonald's. And that's why we own Verizon. And that's why we buy 2-bedroom, 1-bath rental properties, because those always rent. Always. Thanks for the message earlier on TPO. You're very welcome, sir. Yeah, that's why we diversify our assets, right? I own bonds in case that happens. If that happens, my bonds will increase. If it doesn't happen, bonds will probably linger and drift lower. That's just the way it works. I know, but I got to pick on you, Jay. Because it's not often I get to meet an actual gypsy fortune teller. I actually dissected the spider sectors and put them on stock charts, each individual ticker. Nice little project. Hey, congratulations. Proud of you. Now, if you wanted to take that to the next level, sir, you could have a folder for the XRT and then have the 10 stocks or the 5 stocks in the XRT and then have a folder for, but that would be crazy. But you could do that. I have a lot of folders. So if you click this, the QQQ, watch this. Right? And then you watch what happens. All the stocks that are in the QQQ, the top 30, we can scan through it. Look at that beautiful stage 1 right there, Adobe. Sexy. Oof, AMD. Amgen, stud. We're long that. You remember when I was telling you to buy Amgen? Buy Amgen, buy Amgen, buy Amgen, buy Amgen. Like we're position trading this one. So we're buying a little here, stage 1. Here's a little stage 1, probably over here. And then we're buying a little down here and then over here. And then now we're ripping. So you've had 6-7 months to build up this position. So when it gets on this run, you're going to go, oh, I get why Gerald position trades. Makes total sense now. I had 6 months to build the position, and now it's just going straight up. And that's how you make a lot of money. But if you're focused on, well, when it's way down here, and I first bought up here, and now I'm down 30, yeah, it's good. Because when we make the turn and we go to run, now this is a dividend payer trading below the 200-day moving average. If you listen to this and never listen to anything else, if they're a blue chip stock trading below the 200, I don't mean like a little bit below, way below, and they can pay that dividend, it is for certain that it's going to right here. And look how it got hung up and just stopped there for like 2 weeks. This is the easiest swing trade you'll ever do. And anybody teaches it, stole it from me. I invented it. I invented the money flow way anyway. Let's see. No, bro. Jay's new. He's a little sensitive. Come on, man. He's a little sensitive. Jay's a little sensitive. He was in the Air Force. We appreciate your service, Jay. Even the Coast Guard counts as military. Boy Scouts, too. If we're going to let the Coast Guard and the Air Force in, we got to let in the Boy Scouts. We got to be fair. Yeah, space is in the doghouse, bros. Nothing I can say about it. I don't have an opinion on it. I own the shares, and they're just going down. I don't know what else to say, man. All those stocks are still going down. So, we're just kidding, Jay. It's just part of my, it's part of what I do. This is Amgen. So this is one that for a while I was recommending people buy. Whenever it goes below this 200-day moving average and it pays a solid dividend and it gets way below it, like nice and below it, these are no-brainer trades. It doesn't get any easier. Yes, I'm still holding DraftKings. I'm swing trading it. Amazon's now below the 200. These are all in the queues here. Wow, look at this Charter Communication. There's a bunch of these, man. Comcast pays a dividend. It's below the 200. I can almost with certainty tell you that hits $54. This was your buy zone over here, though. That goes to $54. That is a dividend stock. All right, now let's look at JWN because my friend Matt day trades this stock. I like all these retails. So if you remember, I didn't even buy it, but in my newsletter I had Target going. Why? Because the retail ETF had sold off big. There's your reversal candle. There's day one for you to buy, and we are right back to the same price. This is a beautiful opportunity right here. I would be buying Target in here. And it's below the 200. It's a dividend stock. I would start accumulating Target. And it's been here before. What do they think Target's worth? Woo! 281. And we only need 260. And if we're lucky, it takes like 7 months. So all you broke guys can eventually get 10 shares over the next 7 months. If you work real hard at it, you can get 10 shares, and then it rips, and it runs to 260, 270. You see the pattern? Right? Started to run, didn't. Got a very tiny money flow pattern here. It's tightening up, which means we're probably just going sideways. Definitely not. I love playing with these fools. No, any account contacting you guys is not me. Please stop asking me. Like 50 people a day ask me if it's me. It's not me. It's never me. It's never going to be me. I'll never contact you. You're not that cool that I should talk to you. Now, if you are that cool, then we're probably friends and you have my cell phone number. But as far as randomly contacting people trying to sell them shit, that sounds like a horrible idea. What do you think about Square? Square looks terrible right now, but just keep hanging in there, and when it sets up, I'll let you know. Look at... Most people are not that interesting that I would just DM you out of the blue. Yep. Bed Bath & Beyond looks amazing. Now, if you had about 30 fucking properties and we're killing it, I might DM you and go, hey, man, could I hang out with you? You look cool. I like it. I know everybody thinks it's me. They start getting followed by it. Dude. Why would I randomly follow a follow? The only reason I'm going to follow a follower is we get to know each other. 134. So 30% upside. I'm not going to follow you because you followed me. Why would I do that? There's 170,000 fucking people that follow me. What am I going to do? Follow 170,000 people? I don't think you have 39 properties or a supercar. Let's see. Yep. All right, now, Curvy, you've been bringing this shit up for a minute on every live. She's convicted about Fubo. Or what is it? Fubo, sorry. Fubo. I like it a lot more here because I liked it at $33. So this is one, honestly, if you're looking for stocks to lock away, DraftKings, I don't know when these turn, but I know they go higher. This is just from experience from a guy who's traded for a long time. When you get these quality, Affirm, Fubo, DraftKings, PLTR, TDoc, like these quality companies, shit like that ARK owns, these quality companies, and you get a chance to buy them like this, I promise you're going to look back and think, fuck, dude, what was I thinking? I listened to Jay say the economy was going to crash, and then I didn't buy DraftKings for fucking cheap. That's what, I listened to MR6735 tell me to buy Shiba. Let's see. Yeah, I like Fubo. It's very expensive. I'm just teasing you, Jay. He knows that. He knows I'm playing. Man, I'm not even going to say the words wish. I think a lot of us have gotten hurt on it. Some stocks I just stopped talking about because I can't recommend you buy it. I mean, because people will get stupid and just keep buying and buying and buying and buying. Just let it build up, man. Give it time. If you're looking for one that I think is a shot to take, I'm going to be honest, yes, I have concerns about Peloton. That's why I haven't been talking about it. Peloton has me nervous, I'm going to be honest. There's about 30 other stocks I would buy before I bought Peloton, or add to if I was in it. Just me. I could be totally wrong. I don't know shit. So I'm just logical old guy things like there has never been an exercise company that survived that long ever. So they would be one of the first. Could be the first. They got a social media component. They have other things going for it. I get it. It's a lifestyle. I just question whether Peloton's even in existence in 3 years. That's where I'm at on Peloton. I could be totally wrong. I just don't have the conviction other people do. If you do, stay with it. Don't let me rub off on you. I do think if you're a position trader, conviction is a big part of the game. And to give you an example, if we go back to Amgen, now I was buying this when it was out of favor, okay? And everybody that's in the Money Flow gang knows this. And I bought stage one, I bought some stage one, I bought some stage one, and I bought some stage one. Well, if you would look, you'd say, well, dude, you've been saying that shit in December. You said it in November. You said it in October. You said it in September. You said it in August. Gerald, you're full of shit. And then by the time we're here, you've got a nice position in this Amgen, and then it starts ripping. Get what I'm saying? And it pays the dividend. So that trade, what I would call a trade. Now, that's not what most people think of when they think of trade. So I'm looking to sell Amgen once it gets back to fair value. Let's see. That's pretty close to right now, I'm thinking. That's not right. AMGN. Let's check and see. See our problem? While we made money on this trade, it's now what? Fair value. Now, what if you bought when we first bought some over here, and you didn't add 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 here, and now it's up here, and it's considered fair value. That doesn't change the game. Like, you don't get to determine the price of the stock. The stock is what the stock is, and the analysts think it's not worth any more money than this. So they're going to need a catalyst, meaning if you were going to write a check for the whole business, this is the price right there. That is the price. And that young lady that asked me about that one company, she said, well, why don't you like the stock? And I said, because it's fair value. There's no upside. The only reason it would go any higher is if they invented a new product, which they could. So I would scale this back, take the gains, even if they're small, which I had some gains because I bought down here. And I'm going to scale it back and what? Wait for it to pull back. And when it comes back down to like 215, 216, it'll be undervalued again. I don't want a bunch of money tied up if it's fair value. I don't mind some, but I don't want to have a big trade on, right? Man, I just dropped a bomb on you. Most people dismiss it. That's the secret to position trading. It has nothing to do with when you bought it. It's what's the value of the company. Let's see. If someone would have explained that to me a lot younger, I would have saved a lot of money losing and a quick and learn faster, and I'd be a hell of a lot richer now. So the stuff that I teach to like kids who don't listen to me, who then go fuck off for the next 5 years and don't follow it, that stuff, if I would have listened to that, I'd be like 5 times richer now. That's the beautiful thing. And I'm not, because I didn't listen. Let's see. Tesla. I'm going to make one exception this one time, sir, just because you've been on here a few times, Mr. Hall of Fame. If you ever say the word Tesla to me again, I will ban you. Okay? This is why. This fucking stock is completely impossible to understand, okay? I'm not a Tesla hater. I like Tesla. I don't like Elon Musk. I think he's a little punk. But I like Tesla. And I think he's a very smart man. Smart people can be punks, okay? He is definitely a punk. And I don't like it because he fucks around with crypto, and he should be in jail because anybody else did that shit, they'd get locked up. But not him. He gets a pass. This stock is fair value. I don't know how you judge this. I don't know how you it's a meme stock, man. It's a fucking cult. You're either on team Tesla or you're not. And if you're on team Tesla, to the moon. If you're not, you hate it. So it's not a realistic stock. The other one I'm going to give you, that if you ever bring up to me, I'll ban you, is Apple. These are stupid stocks to talk about. They just go up with the index. So there's nothing to talk about. Should you buy Apple here at 173? Let's see. Now, these, like, you just own these, man. If you like them, own them. It's worth, you got a whole 3% upside. So these stocks stay fair value because most people own them. There is no arbitrage in a stock where the whole fucking planet owns the stock. You understand that, right? If the whole planet owns your stock, there's no arbitrage. There's nothing that, there's nothing here, man. What are you going to do? So I would advocate owning Apple and just own it, never sell it, just buy more and let it go up. No brainer. But Gerald, what about when Apple crashed 60%? Shouldn't I have sold it then? No, you should have just kept buying it. Let's back up. Stocks go up over time. Let's see. Does that apply to Apple? Remember when the economy was going to crash? But what happened over here? It went from 80 to 50. That's a massive sell-off. Maybe, no, you should just buy it. Let's keep going. Let's take it back. Now you say, why don't you want to talk about this? This is just a fucking index. This is what I believe the stock market does. It goes up. Duh. There's no genius here. It went from way over here to way up here. That's what it does. There's no education here. There's nothing to learn. That's what they do. They go up, man. So if I was to replace Apple with the DIA, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, looks pretty similar, right? all the way down. So, I mean, buy Apple, buy an index fund, whatever. You could buy the TQ triple ETF and outperform Apple, I guess. So that's my argument with Apple, man. Unfortunately, you're Iranian and you don't understand me. Yes, he says Apple has only gone up. Wow, Alex, I bet when you look at that Apple trade over the last 15 years, are you asking yourself, why didn't I put all of my money into it? I would be a very wealthy man right now. You got to be thinking that, right, bro? Coinbase. I bet Coinbase goes down tomorrow. Yeah, Coinbase is a great company. That's one you would take advantage of and buy a bunch of. Microsoft or Amazon. Should I stab myself in the left hand or the right hand? Which one do you prefer? CLVT, finally. Let's see. Would you prefer to be slapped with the left hand or the right hand? Oh. Whew. That's brutal, man. Let's see. All these bots on Instagram, man. Yeah, I like Coin. I added to Coin last week. I don't know this stock, CLVT. Obviously, something's wrong with this company. Do not buy this here. That's going straight down. That is a terrible idea. That is called a falling knife. Wrong stock. CLVT. CLVT. Let's pull that up. All right, so it's obviously a growth play. They got some upside. Strong buy. 67% upside. Something went bad, man. Now, when you look at that, reiterated 20 days ago. Okay, so that's good. Oof. I don't know anything about the company, but you might watch here. You might watch to start a position. All bots talk gibberish. What's funny is it's not even the bots that talk gibberish. Most of the people talk gibberish. We were right on LYB. Yes, sir. LYB. LYB. Oh, sorry about that. Whoo! There's your money flow pattern. Now, this is a dividend stock too, wasn't it? What's up, Michael? We were just talking about you. There's your breakout, runs, tags to 200, stops for a week, and then keeps going. I'd take some profits there, man. What's up, Michael? They were just telling me a story about you, and you probably don't want me to tell it. Let's see. He says, should I be following you? No, do not follow me. Too many people follow me already. Yeah, LYB looks good. Please don't follow me. Too many people follow me already. I can only handle so much. Since I come to everyone's house personally and help you. He follows anyway. We've had a runaway in AT&T. Look at this. This has been amazing. Look, you see that yellow line? When that stock got down there, dude, I'm telling you, these dividend stocks run to that 200. This is a no-brainer, man. Wow. Dude, this is going to be one we look back and you're going to be really upset you didn't buy more. I know I'm already upset I didn't buy more. I own a bunch, but that breakout was massive. You could have bought a massive dividend and then just watched it run. And so you're getting paid to watch it run. Yeah, beautiful. I don't know if I'd brag about that, Professor. Let's see. I'm kidding. Calm down. Everybody calm down. Put your pistols down. Sit down. Let's see. What did he say? Are you talking about BTI crude? Let's see. NRR. Man, that's not even a ticker symbol. Get out of here with that shit. Are you guys... All right, LEV, a penny stock, stage one. I wouldn't even call that a breakout, but it's a stage one. Probably need to get up here about $10. Let's see. LEV, let's see. $22. Wow, that's a pretty nice upside. And we only need to get 13. You'd make a bunch of money, and it's been there before. I like it. Whoever brought that up. I like it. So, what is this? LEV? I don't know the company, but it's worth checking out. Interesting play. Ooh, ISIG, big money player. A guy sits down, throws out a bunch of black chips. Oh, I'm thinking of something different. Sorry, sir. You're not a big money player. That was my mistake. I don't know. Unless you got in at $5, I hate it. That was the play right there. All the sideways action. And then it ripped. Yeah, I don't like that at all. Loaded up your kid's account with T, huh? That's an odd selection. Child's account with AT&T. Not against it if you got it at that low price. Not bad. At that low price. Stocks like that, if you get them dirt cheap, just buy some and leave them be, man. You assume I hold NIO, huh? Let's see, NIO. Yep, I like NIO. I'm playing the Chinese trade a little different. Playing that Chinese trade a little different. I'm using a leveraged ETF. Maybe I get it wrong, but using the yen, YINN. You could use BABA, NIO. I mean, these China stocks are only going to go up if that China trade turns, and it looks like it's turning. So, hey G, how you go about building conviction in your crypto plays? That's tough. Just studying the projects, I guess, man. And just put as much money as you got conviction on. I mean, that's part of it, right? Some reason that guy wanted to share his country's flag with us. Let's see. let's check on FXI is the Chinese ETF. And we started breaking out. We've had this breakout before. No, man, you don't need a company name. Stop making excuses. Go buy a property. You don't need a company name. You don't need a course. You don't need another book. You don't need a fucking LLC or a corporation. You need to get some money and go buy the damn property. You don't need an accountant or an attorney or a fucking button. You don't need your mom to go with you. You just need to go do it. And worry about all that other stuff later. Stop being fancy and just go buy the damn property. Stop bullshitting. That's my class on LLCs. I didn't say that. I didn't say all my properties were under my name. You can't be sophisticated as me, son. You just started. You worried about the wrong things. Maybe print up some business cards to hand to the realtors that say, JoJo's LLC rental company. And then when you meet realtors, you hand them your card for the business that doesn't own a single property. Doesn't make sense, right? You get what I'm saying? Like, don't worry about that. You don't need to pick a color of your card or come up with a company name. You need to buy a damn property. You can always move it later. So you're worried about being sued and you don't own anything. The only thing you own is the house. And if you buy it in an LLC, the bank's not going to give the LLC any money because the LLC ain't worth shit. It's just a piece of paper that you made up. So they're going to make you personally sign for the damn property, which makes the LLC not protect very much since you personally fucking wrote for it, man. It's all bullshit. People put that stuff in people's heads. You're at 3 properties now. Are you bragging or complaining? I'm just saying, like, a lot of that stuff is just put in people's heads, man. That's lawyers. If you go see a lawyer, they're going to tell you, yeah, you need a lawyer. You say, well, what if oh, yeah, you could get sued. Oh, yeah. And then 21 years of being a landlord, I've never met one person ever that was successfully sued. Not one. Not one. Never. Not one. And I know a lot of people, and I've never met anyone that was sued for any more than a deposit. So it's a big, giant scam, in my opinion. Now, a lot of people would disagree. Most of those people are very rich. So, yes, in their situation where you're so rich that women are trying to sue you because you looked at them. Let's see. UAL. I like Delta better. I like Delta better because I picked it. CAL. There's no tax purposes. Stop talking in all italics and trying to be smart. There's nothing. You don't get a tax break because you have an LLC or corporation. Again, all nonsense. Real estate is already tax-free, bro. You better go watch. You got to watch my videos, man. You're fucking up. Real estate is tax-free. You shouldn't pay any taxes on real estate. So you don't need it tax-sheltered. It's already tax-sheltered by the nature of the stock. Oh, man, this is you're in London. Well, you're fucked anyway. This is terrible. This is a terrible looking stock. You're in London. You ain't buying nowhere. You need to get out of London. You just wasted our time. GBIO. What is that? Nobody in London's buying property. You can barely afford it. Unless you're listening to Leeds. What's that guy from London? LEEDS. Leeds. This has got to be a biotech, I'm assuming. I don't know anything about this company. Looks terrible to me. I don't know. I don't know why you think it's going up. We went through all that. He's in London. Totally different real estate market. Totally different structure. I don't even know if you would have an LLC over there. Let's see. Then you guys start picking on them. AUSD, Angela Rivera. Angela, are you the Angela that I know? Or Angel, sorry, my bad. I thought you were the one that I knew lived in College Station. Let's see. was a friend of my son's. Sometimes friends of my son, they're grown up now and they're looking at stocks and they'll jump on my stuff. The other day I was picking on one. They got upset. I said, well, fuck, I didn't know it was you. Wouldn't have helped. I still would have done it anyway. But I like this SSYS. Beautiful chart, huh? See the sideways. Breaks out, runs up. Now we got it coming down, going sideways. SSYS. $38. Look, whenever you see the hold, though, they usually been adjusting their, I don't know anything about this stock. I like the chart. SSYS. Always wanted to go to London, though, man. Swear. Nice, bro. Swear. What are you talking about, man? Ain't nobody swearing here. Tell me who's swearing. We'll get them out of here. You guys need to clean it up. We already did Crocs. I can't pick on people. Instagram. Yeah. Why would you pick on people? Samuel Leeds. That's his name. Thank you, sir. Samuel Leeds. That guy is the UK real estate version of like a mini Grant Cardone. Samuel Leeds. That guy's gotten in a lot of trouble, I believe, too. You're going to London, huh? You could be on Brian Rose's London Reel. That would be cool. I like Path. No shit, huh? Somebody was talking trash and you defended me and they took your account down. That's not cool. I appreciate your effort, sir. Why did he get in trouble? I've just heard that. I don't know. Maybe Leeds is a good dude. I've watched some of his videos. Not really my style of delivery. I don't know. Just not my thing. Miss Pink Passion Events solo. I'm in it with you. It's just been sad. I don't know where the bottom is. I'm in it. I haven't added in a while. It just keeps going down. He sued people for calling him a scammer. Let's see. Oh, Leeds did? Yeah, I knew he was into some shit. Where did the name Full Auto come from? Wow, bro, you're pretty personal. We just met too, man. You didn't even date me or kiss me on the neck or anything. You just went straight for where did I get my name? I feel like we don't know each other well enough for me just to start telling you where my nicknames come from like that. I feel like you got to earn that a little bit, man. What's wrong with you, man? Let's see. It's getting all personal. Gee, where'd you get your nickname from? Tell me all about it. Let me sit here and hold your hand and tell me all about your childhood. Why did you become a trader? What are your 5 favorite books? What's your favorite color? If you could only have one blanket, what color would it be? If you could only have one car, who would you want in it with you? I feel like we're getting too intimate, sir. We just started our relationship and you're already asking me tough questions. That's how our interview is going to go, Professor. Take your hand and say, tell me when all this started. Yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know on Polo, man. I mean, I'm solo. I like this stock. It's just gone down. There's so many of these penny stocks that have gone down. I do believe some of these are setting up. We're going to look back and be like, fuck, dude, why didn't I buy more of these? But you can only spread so much money around. I've been drip buying some of these just buying literally like $30 worth just to get 10 shares. DS is one that I've been accumulating shares in every day. Even if it's just 20 shares for like $30, I just keep buying and buying and buying and buying. Every day this is on a stage one, I've got to at least buy 30, 40 shares. Just building it up, building it up, building it up. And hopefully, I think DS is worth $5. I don't know that it ever gets to $5. I'm not the only guy that thinks that, but I'm pretty sure it could get to $3. Oh, I will have the bobblehead at my interview. I keep it at my NOLA house. So if you don't know what we're talking about, me and the professor are going to do a private training, YouTube stuff. We're going to shoot some content at my house for my YouTube channel. And let me pull that back up. And I'm sure we're both going to teach. And we've got a whiteboard there. The house is fairly small. We're in the French Quarter. We want to be able to move around. So we're going to have dinner. And this will take place at my house. And we're going to have drinks. We're going to have red beans, rice, some sausage is probably what's on the menu. Keep it in line with New Orleans. I've only got 8 seats. So that's total. So obviously it's a paid event, and we'll do some training. When you get to watch, you can be in my YouTube show. If you can't be on camera, don't come. I can't hide you. I mean, it just won't work. We're going to film. We're going to go out to some bars afterwards. Me and Professor will be there. I may have a real estate guy coming. I may not. If not, then I'll just teach that section. This is not a live. Is in person in the great city of New Orleans. It'll be in February. We haven't released the dates yet, but you got a little time. Surely you can leave their hood on that you brought them in. I don't know what that means. Yeah, it's coming up, and you got a month or less. So, and we're just doing 8 so that we can all fit. I could cram more people in there. It is at my house, so you're going to have to be respectful for that. Like, if you get crazy drunk, I will probably throw you out. I'm only the person allowed to get crazy drunk is me. Now, once we leave, what you do on Bourbon Street, drink it up. Right. I'm Bodie. Talking about the skier. I used to love that dude. Remember Bodie the skier? No, you don't have to take your shoes off. You definitely don't want to take your shoes off on Bourbon Street. You'll need a tetanus shot. Yeah, it's only going to be for 8 people. I'm sorry about that. I guess if we had overwhelming response, which I doubt it, then we could book somewhere. But I'm trying to do it at my house. No smoking if you come to the event with all your SNLD side. Actually, you can smoke in my courtyard. Let's see. From Europe, man, that's a hell of a drive from Europe. Are you crazy? Let's look at Uber, and I'll close this out. Uber attempted a stage 4 decline on Friday. It kind of came back off the lows. Is this back in the box? Kind of. I don't really have an opinion one way or the other. I'm holding my Uber, or I'm looking to build up the position. If it goes down, I don't see it going down. I think it's got a $60-something target on it. I'm looking for 68. Let me see what they say. It changes daily. They got 68 on it. So I have no intent. If it goes lower, I'm a buyer at 37, so would I buy up in here? No. Let's see. Yeah, man, that's what courtyards are for. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm going to be honest with you guys. This is a vaccinated city, man. New Orleans doesn't play with that bullshit. if you're an anti-vaxxer, I mean, you can come to my house, but you're going to have a hard time moving around the city. Most bars are going to check. Not all of them, but I'm just saying it's out there. Like Now here's the thing. They're going to check or whatever you print off the internet. It's not that fucking difficult to create a card, okay? Like, think outside the box a little. Yep, Mardi Gras going down. You can see my 200-year-old house. I don't know. Once we post the price, they may say, oh, fuck, I'm not going to that. Wall Street Junkies here. Let's see. Do you prefer an actual breakout for a trade? Yeah, I mean, in my book, I primarily teach breakouts, which is, to me, coming out of a stage one and price closing above the 20-day moving average. I mean, that's the best time to buy for a trade, in my opinion. But the more and more and the longer I've traded, depending on the stock, I like to nibble on these stage ones, which is price stops dropping and starts to go sideways, and you see those moving averages come together. So, I'm sure you've seen the pattern that I'm talking about, probably to nauseam. You want to memorize it from my newsletter, in case there's somebody new on here and they're like, what is this guy talking about? So we're looking for price to move like this. Sideways up, sideways down, sideways. And what I'm looking for, if I'm riskier and I'm willing, I'll start nibbling in here. As a trader, typically I used to wait for it to break out. I don't do that as much anymore. I like to nibble early. And then on the breakout, I'll add more, and then I just let it run. Well, typically when it runs, it goes to where it was before. So, and you can kind of see that pattern is the more and more you look at charts, you'll just see the pattern. Now, it doesn't always last as long as we would like. We don't know how long. See, it went up, then it went sideways, and now it appears to be coming back down. So we would assume it comes back to where it was before. On the way up, we assume it comes to where it was before. If you notice, that's where it touched. That was where it was before. Now, it didn't stay there long. Let's see. I don't see ETH dying. Why would ETH die? No, nobody visits Canada, bro. It's winter time, man. Yep, got a bunch of MO. Instead of buying MO on this recent dip, I added PM to the portfolio. So one thing you can do instead of adding to your stocks is you can bring in a new stock. So we bought PM. And you see we've had a nice run up in that. So if you see this is PM, and if you look at MO, same thing. Now, I can't tell you this is the easiest trading strategy on planet Earth. I'm telling you. When stocks that pay dividends drop below this gold line, this 200-day moving average, and as long as they can support their dividend, there's your first buy, there's your second buy, where's your target? I can just show you chart after chart after chart after chart after chart where they bang that 200. Now, what do you do with it from there? That's up to you. But I'm just saying that movement from here to here happens on almost all dividend stocks if they can pay their dividend. Now, if we get into shit where they can't pay their dividend, the game changes. Let's see. Named after him and the surfer from Ah, I got you. Let's see. Let's see. You're very welcome, sir. Bread and butter. Let's see. Are we back to this tether thing again? I own Bitcoin. I don't give two fucks about tether at all, or any other stable coin. Don't give a shit. So the idea that even one of those coins was a fraud or nonsense, I really don't give a fuck. And long before stable coins, there was crypto. So I don't see, this argument that somehow stable coins being a scam, it might temporarily drop crypto. Good. But you know what else temporarily drops? Oil. Price goes to zero. That drops oil. A virus, that drops it too. And whenever that happens, it's just a buying opportunity, man. So I don't get the whole that we were trading crypto before stable coins. So I don't get it. I get the idea of stable coins, and you need a place to park your money when you come out, I guess. I don't know. That's for trading lunatics, I guess, but I've never put $1 in a stable coin, so I don't understand the big deal about it. Who gives a shit? I don't care if Tether was a complete fucking Ponzi scheme. It has nothing to do with Bitcoin. Indirectly, I get it. Let's see. But how do you know when they can't pay their dividend? I mean, a little bit of research, man. You can figure that out. Let's see. I like Sol. I don't know if it's an Ethereum killer. I think it's just going to be a protocol that runs beside Sol. Or ETH. I think they can all function together. I don't see why they can't. We have Adobe. We have Cisco. We have Microsoft. We have Apple. We have Dell. We have Compaq. We have, AT&T, T-Mobile, Verizon, Exxon, Chevron, Conoco, Marathon Oil, Valero. We have HEB, Kroger's. All these things, there's a lot. There's not just one. There's not one of anything in America. There's not one bank. There's not one cigarette. There's not one beer. There's not one computer maker. There's not one of anything. Why would there be one crypto? That doesn't make sense. So to me, there would be a lot of winners. Not all of them, but a lot of winners. What do you think about Be Big and Crypto Tide things? I don't know what Crypto Tide is, but it sounds dumb. Let's see. BBB. Yeah, Big already broke out, man. Are you bragging or complaining? It's already hit the first profit target. So I'm guessing you're bragging. Yep. I'd be trimming some. Hit a 70 RSI. Congratulations. I would trim it. You hit a 70 RSI. Are you saving this live? No, absolutely not. I said too many inappropriate things. GP, do you have a course or anything on how to research a company? I think I touch on that in my Getting Started with Stock Charts course. I don't think that's something you really need a course on. I think if you just start reading and following the markets every day like you care, you'll figure out what good companies are. Just don't spend a lot of time looking for the unknown, man. Like the shit's right in front of you. Took my Zynga profits and went straight into Sofi. Not a bad move right there. So we had a big win in Zynga, and I was kind of hoping this would ring more true, with that my followers would get this. I don't know if everyone's actually got it. So the price they paid on Zynga was $8.96. Well, I think they paid $9.50. Right? And it's going to stop trading right around in here. It was a buyout. And if you look at Taco, is a buyout we just had. So we've had 3 or 4 buyouts in the last year. Stamps. I want to think there was one more. So I'm always trying to find what companies I think could be bought out because they're so cheap. Sofi is definitely a potential candidate to be bought out if it stays that cheap for very long. So keep your eye on that stock to get bought out. So if you come over to Tip Ranks, I know I always get the guys like, Tip Ranks is wrong. Those analysts don't know what they're talking about. And yet they have the value of the company at $12.51. And it's trading at $12.48. And it's moving sideways. That's the value of the stock. So when these guys wrote a check to buy this business, it's going to be for that price or less. These businesses have no incentive to sell their price for less. They're shareholders too. So the insiders who had a shit ton of shares were probably pretty happy to sell it at $12.50. You know, you get what I'm saying? It's got to make sense. So Jack in the Box paid $12.50. Well, that's the value of the damn company. You know, Zynga probably sold too low. Zynga, what was the price on Zynga? I mean, I was calling for $11 or $12, I think. Or was it $10.45? All right. And so they ended up selling Zynga. It went at $9.50 was the price they sold it at, $9.50. My point being is that's what I'm trading for, true value. Now, how long does it take to get there? I don't know, man. So when I'm position trading, that's what I'm saying. So like Uber, whether it goes up or down, I'm trading to get to $68. So I might be buying again in the 50s. I might buy again in the 60s if it sells off and goes into a stage 1. And then once it hits true value, like the young lady, I wasn't making fun of her, but I was saying I don't like that stock. What was it, AOE? Or was it AE? No, it wasn't AEO. I forget what it was. AIO maybe. Was it AIO? AOI. I forget what it was. I didn't like it. Was it GWPH, the other buyout? I don't like it because it was trading at fair value. Once it's fair value, there's no arbitrage. There's no reason to own it. So I don't like talking about Apple. It's just a cult stock. It's always fair value. It just doesn't interest me. But Sofi could be bought out. This is a buyout potential. And DS is also a potential buyout. I like both of those. They're both undervalued companies, and they both could be taken private or are brought in the umbrella of a larger company, and it would be very doable. Now, I don't trade just on that, but that's something to keep in your back pocket. My take on NIO is it's probably a fraud. It's Chinese. Most things are from China are fraud. So, should you own the stock? Nothing wrong with owning it if you like frauds. Probably a fraud. But it's one of the better frauds out of that country. NIO, Baba, those are probably the top frauds. So if you're going to invest in one, I would do the top one. It's most likely to go up. But I don't believe them, if that's what you mean. I think Lyft could be a buyout candidate too. Lyft is only like a $13 billion profit margin. And NIO just bought a new facility in San Jose, California. I don't make it less of a fraud. Let's see. What do you think a Ford will do? I'm very long Ford. I can't buy shares here, though. It's too high. HTHM, the absolute worst. Yeah, I'm half-assed kidding about the fraud thing, but you just don't ever know, man. With Chinese stocks, you don't know if they're telling the truth. Elon is a potential for Lyft. Uber's too big. It's like a $58 billion market cap. I'm not a big fan of SoftBank. I don't think they're very smart people. I think they trade very sloppy with other people's money. But if you're looking for a good fraud bank to invest in, that's probably one. Because if anybody's loaning money to the fraudsters, it's SoftBank. Yeah, I mean, I'm half kidding about that, but it's half true that it's hard to trust their books. But of all of them, NIO and BABA are probably the highest quality in that sector. So I wouldn't be mad at you if you own that stock. It's probably going higher. And if you look at NIO, it's breaking out. But the way I'm playing China is with the yen. The X, if you notice, look, YIN is a triple leverage Chinese play. If BABA goes up and if NIO goes up, this ETF will go up, and then I don't have to own the stock. So, and again, that's me playing around, and those stocks may go up just fine. I'm just not a big fan of Chinese companies, man. Just for that reason. And if you guys don't remember, but like 10 years ago, this was a big ordeal where the Chinese stocks all came out to all be frauds. All the books were fake. They lie about everything. They steal everything. It's just terrible. And they've been allowed to run amok still. I mean, they still get to do it. It's not the people. It's just the way, it's the culture, man. Those aren't brutal losses, bro. You better man up, Aaron. Come in here with that crybaby bullshit. God sends you an opportunity to buy PayPal cheaper, and you refer to his grace and his gift to you as brutal. Gee, God, thank you for lowering the price so I could buy more, but it hurts. Makes me so sad. Why do you do this to me? Why do you give me opportunities like this that make me feel bad? When I log in, my screen is red. And I don't like a red screen. I like a green screen. So, yeah, bro, you better get your shit together. What do you think, bro? Would you like to have bought Tesla at $200, or would you have been like, oh, it's killing me? So let's see if we back it up. What about over here? When Tesla falls from like $60 to $25, would you have been crying about that too? Would that bothered you? Would you have been like, oh, Lord, why'd you do this to me? And then it goes on a tear. Or here's one. Maybe you'd have sold this one too. Remember when Ford fell? Because it all looks smart in the rear view mirror. But when it's happening to you, it don't look so fucking cool, does it? When Ford fell from $10 to $3.90, were you buying then? No. I mean, that was killing people, wasn't it? They were down 60, 70%. That was terrible. Look how terrible that was. That was awful, wasn't it? Remember how bad that was? Remember the days when Ford was $4? Remember how bad that was? Was that killing us? It's hard to look at it that way, ain't it? It's hard to see it that way, man. And you may not have meant that, man. I don't know. You guys tell me. When's the best time to buy Ford? I mean, just looking back into history, when was the best time? When it was killing you or when you were doing great? Should we buy it now or should we have bought it then? I don't know. You guys tell me. You take over the fucking class. Explain to me when's a good time to buy it, after a 50, 60% decline or up here? Should we buy it up here now? Is that a good time now that it's doing well and everything's good? Fucking roses and, oh, we're selling electric cars. Everything is great. Is that when we want to buy the stock? I don't think so. I don't think so. You don't get cheap houses as foreclosures, right? Or nice houses as foreclosures, I mean. He says perfect timing. We got perfect timing, bro. You can tag those bottoms, but you got to have conviction. And the fact that you just puked on PayPal makes me think you don't have much conviction, sir. So while Aaron's given up on PayPal, what do the analysts think it's worth? I'm glad you're not in charge of our platoon. You'd be like, well, looks like we're going to lose this fight, guys. Let's surrender. Yeah, so most of the analysts have like a 250 target. That's 40% upside. So if you're done puking on PayPal, you could get on the conviction train and buy some shares. Square's even cheaper. I was telling my boyfriend to buy it at 12 after he watched it go up from 5. Dipshit did listen. Thanks for keeping it honest, sir. Let's see. Yeah, man. I love Kramer, but man, goddamn, he gets some things wrong, doesn't he? He's telling people don't buy oil at $0, and now that it's flying, he's telling people to buy Chevron. I don't know what's been up with that. I like the guy. He writes some great books, but he's been all over the place this last year. I think all those kids are fucking with him on Twitter, and it's got him all crazy. What's up, Edgar? How you doing, bro? Just made a deposit for both Square and PayPal. Drip in, man. Take your time. We don't know if this sell-off is over. Don't lose heart, man. Those stocks you name, I'm playing with you, Aaron. I'm kidding with you, but seriously, get convicted, man. I promise you, you're going to look back on that. I mean, I'm just speaking from experience. I traded in the 2003 crash. I have so many regrets. I traded in the 2008 crash. I manned up a little bit more there. I should have went harder. During COVID, I should have borrowed money against my properties to buy some property. Throughout my entire life, now, if it's a weird penny stock, I don't know. But when we start talking about the big ones, the Ubers, the fucking Exxons, the Ford, like these, these household names, you don't need a lot of, you just got to get conviction. And the way you protect yourself from being wrong is you spread it out over 10, 15, 20 different, I have like 60, 70 stocks. So now I had someone ask me, how'd you get so many? Remember what I was saying earlier? And this is an important lesson and I'll end with this, but so I own like $30-something thousand of MO, like 30 grand. Well, when it sold off and went underneath it, I could keep buying it, but I already own a bunch of this company. So instead of buying MO, I put the $2,000 or $3,000 that I was going to add into a new stock, PM, which is basically the same company. Not same company, but same thing. It's a cigarette stock. It's also down. So I own a bunch of Exxon. Well, the last sell-off, I bought ConocoPhillips instead of Exxon. The one before that, I was adding to Chevron instead of, you get what I'm saying? So you can use these sell-offs to add to different ones. You don't, like right now, I'm still up like 60% in Snapchat. I'm still up like 50% in Pinterest. Well, I could just ride that stock. I don't need to sell Pinterest. I could turn that. I'm still up like 60% in Square. Maybe I don't want to add to those. Maybe I'm fine with my position. I could pick a new technology stock, something new. Or I could add to those, right? I'm just saying. Take your time with those dips, man. Dips are from God. Dude, if you don't have these big sell-offs, you're never going to make money. This only looks good if you bought down here, which I did, by the way. Right? And then this only happens if you're convicted that MO, because remember it was at 59. So when it fell from basically 50 to 40, is that killing us? Or is that giving us an opportunity to buy more so that the next time it's up here, we got even more money, right? That's conviction trading, though. Yeah, space is low. I don't know, man. They don't make any money. It's hard for me to cheerlead it. I own it, but it's hard for me to cheerlead it. They don't make money. It's so good. I've experienced this. Market's early for me. So many deals at the moment. Yes, there are. Do you ever study money flow patterns on week? I do, but don't do it. The only problem with that is when I see people do that a lot, it tends to get them upside down and they get a little weirded out. going forward, and they start looking at the weekly, and then when the daily doesn't match it, it kind of fucks with their mind. I do go to the weekly if I can't see things on the daily, for sure. So looking at this, you'd be expecting a stage 3, right? So there's your stage 1. And now we're expecting a 3. It may not happen just yet, but we just keep waiting, assuming it's going to go sideways, right? Up, and then now sideways, and then what? Will come down, So mainly a hype stock. I don't know what. I don't know if it. No. I own it. It's not a hype stock. It's legit. They just don't have customers. Nobody's paying money to go to space. You get what I'm saying? Like it's a future stock, like Ethereum, Ethereum has customers. I mean, it's just not a stock that has. I mean, who do you know that's paying $250,000 a seat to go to space? Nobody. DraftKings makes money though. When I say space, they do not have a fucking customer. Their job is to be the first commercial airline to take people to space. I don't know if you know this. That ain't happening. There are nobody flying in space. There are people right now on the DraftKings app that are gambling on NFL right now. So there's a little bit of a difference there. One has customers, one doesn't. I'm in space. I believe in the future of what they're doing, but there are not many customers. That's the problem for a while. Hopefully they do, because they got a really cool video on YouTube. I like it. Oh yeah, we're all over Uber, man. What do you think about long calls on ETFs like? You mean long right now? Well, I would just look at the money flow pattern and ask yourself, where are we in the pattern? And if you think we're in a stage 1, I might back that idea. Let's see. But yeah, it's a little bit hyped. It is space after all. Now, if you're watching The Mandalorian, maybe we're going to space soon, because I'd like to be a Mandalorian. And it seems like the only way I can do that is if I get a cool suit and go into space. So maybe that happens sooner than we think. Bro, I don't know that I'd be buying calls on the SPY and shit right now. Man, wait for it to be on sale. It's not on sale, man. It's not on sale. You wanted to buy calls down here. Like, let it come down. RSI needs to get extreme, man. It's not extreme. To me, that is not a play I would make. There's nothing about that makes me want to do it. Miss Phil, I know we don't know shit, but what's your perspective on growth tech given the price downgrades, interest rates looming, the fear and the doom? And what if we all get COVID and Roku's already fallen 50 to 75% and maybe it goes to 0 and we'll all lose everything? I'm very bullish, sir. I assume you are too. You're not bullish? There's an old saying, you should be greedy when other people are fearful and fearful when other people are greedy. And there's a lot of fearful people right now, which makes me greedy. I love Roku. I use Roku every day. I am not selling that stock. And you're right, we do not know shit. Interest rates have already been factored in, man. The only thing that's going to make it go any lower because of interest rates is if they lower them faster than we thought. Is Roku still an expensive stock? Yes, it sells at like 100 times earnings still, but it's also the number 4 or number 3 platform for accessing television, period, in all of America. So I like it. I mean, you need it to get to Fubo. I mean, I like it. I don't know what to say. I like Roku. I like it more down 50%. How does Roku even make money? How fucking dare you? I send money to Roku almost weekly. They make money through the platform, man. So if you don't have cable TV and you want HBO, you can pay for it through Roku. You can get movies, you can watch Showtime, you can, all that stuff. How dare you? How does Roku even make money? I hope you don't own the stock. If you own the stock, sell it tomorrow, immediately. You should not own it because you don't know how they make money. Roku is greasy at advertising. Greasy good, like a hot girl greasing up, or greasy as in bad, like a guy greasing his hair? I don't know what you mean by greasy. It's right behind the Fire Stick. Yeah, fucking Amazon Fire Stick sucks ass, dude. If you've ever used it, it dies quickly. I hate it. I switched to Roku because the quality of the stick and the speed at which it moves is far superior to Amazon. So that made the stock purchase easy. Let's see. What are your thoughts on game partnership with LRC? I have no thoughts on that. I actually hate the stock and everything it stands for. Love Roku remote too. Yeah, it's much better. Let's see. I don't see you coming on here, Edgar. I'm fixing to get off, bro. Roku is literally life, and they make a killing off licensing. They do. I mean, Roku is I think it's a great company. Maybe I'm wrong. I know. Ada's pumping. I should have bought some more, and I didn't. I'm down to I only got $1,000 of it, I think. Oh, my goodness. Look at this. Moon Boy. Let me give you a crypto coin that could go up 30%. Ashton, by Wednesday. You just should have bought it 2 days ago. So if you'd have bought this 2 days ago, you'd be up 20% right now. And we got the signal. I didn't jump on it. I got a little position, and I cut it back up in here. Not half. I cut it way back because I added a Matic, which is going down now. So I'm glad to see it coming back. I am glad to see it coming back. Go over the long-term portfolio. That sounds boring, Edgar. Why do we want to do that? If you say the word Tesla or Apple to me, I will literally vomit. That's it, man. That's all I got. Crypto's breaking out. We'll see where things are tomorrow. I'm probably going to not go. I'm going to retire. Hey, Ashton, I'll get that stuff to you tomorrow. I was going to do it today. I got sidetracked. I promise I'll get it to you tomorrow. All right, sir. We can get that going. That's it, man. That's it. They don't chase, especially in crypto. Thanks, Aaron, for your time as usual. Oh, Aaron said thanks for your time. I thought we were thanking Aaron for his commentary. Aaron did bring some good commentary. Aaron, you better man up on PayPal. Don't be talking like that. Fucking get some conviction. All right. And my man in the UK. So to recap, SSYS looked good. Levy, LEV looked good. And Fubo, FUBO, looks good. I actually don't own any of those. The ones that I liked were DraftKings, but it still, at some point it's going to turn. It's low now, and PLTR, again, pretty low, but at some point will turn. He's being funny. All right, man, I appreciate you guys. You guys be good. YouTube. Sorry about the mess up there earlier. I got too excited, clicked the wrong button.